Hello guys, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here we are on Thursday the 26th of October 2023, and this has just come through the door. It's a very new kit. I'm certainly not one of the first on the world to get one, but it's a very new kit. It's a brand new release from Thunder Model. 32001 is the part number, and it's a 1/32 scale US tug Clarktor 6 mil 33. And this is where I'm a little bit confused, because doing a little bit of research on this, there is a heavy duty version. This is the light duty version. So the mil 33 was the small one, and then you had one with twin rear wheels and everything, and that could tow like 90 tons. So I'm a little bit confused about why they call it the heavy duty. I don't think it is. If you remember a little while ago, I did a review of this lovely kit here. This is the iconic air. This is all resin, as you can see in there, and it's a lovely little model. I haven't got around to building yet, and this is basically the British version of what this did. This is the David Brown Tugmaster, but also the British they bought over 1,500 of these from the US on Lend-Lease and used them on RAF airfields. So they were used for bomb loading and towing aircraft around and everything. As I say, the text I'm reading online is a little bit misleading. It kind of says, you know, it can tow up to 90 tons, but I think they're talking about, because there's a 24 and a 33 mil, and then there's a 44 and a 50, I think it is, and I think it's the 44 and the 50 that have the twin rear wheels that can tow 90 tons. So I don't think this could tow 90 tons. I don't know, although it is a 6-cylinder engine. There's a maximum of 15 miles an hour, so you can imagine the gearing. It must have had torque to pull anything. So very nice little kit. I haven't looked inside it yet, but we'll have a look in the box now together. So looking around the box, obviously on the front here we've got a lovely image, your normal Thunder Model sort of logo. Lovely rigid strong box, and sprues made accordingly, obviously. So very nice indeed. We've got some history about it there, and it's talking about having a towing capacity of 90 tons here, which is, it says to handle all types of bomb trailers and aircraft, including the heavy bomber aircraft in service. I've looked online, looking up for some specs and everything, and according to online, it could easily tow a laden B-17, B-24, Lancaster, Halifax, those sort of aircraft. Whether it could tow them across a wet field or not, I don't know, or whether it would need to tow them fully laden, I don't know. But whatever, it's a lovely little thing, and it would look great right next to that Boston that I'm building at the moment. Boston? Well, it is a Boston. It's a Havoc that I'm building at the moment, isn't it? So going around the side of the box here, we've got some, I'm assuming that's Chinese, 1/32, part number is 32001. We've got stuff on here, 100 plastic parts with slide and multi-side slide molded detail, PE detail sheets and decals. So glue and paints are not included. Keep away from children. And on the back of the box here we've got 4 more kits, which are we've got Canadian 20 hundredweight trailer, we've got Canadian F30A, we've got a Canadian 180 gallon water tank trailer, and a Canadian C8 heavy utility. So gone a bit Canada crazy there. So let's have a look inside the box. It's top opening. As I say, nice strong rigid box, so your kit's going to come to you in perfect condition. So we've got in here, as I say, I haven't looked, we've got 1 sprue. So it's a bit weird. So we've got 1 sprue which is bagged on its own, so being on its own, it's impossible that it can be bagged. So we've got 2 more small sprues here, wheels, not tyres, but just wheels, and we've got some moulded on bolt heads there. We've got rubber, vinyl, whatever they are, tyres. We've got some lights there, and then we've got PE sheet and decals. Nope, PE sheet facing downwards, thank you Thunder Model. But no protective sheet on the PE sheet, so hopefully it's not damaged or stuck to the, it looks like it's stuck to the PE there, so we'll have to be a bit careful. But yeah, 2 nice PE sheets there. We've got tread plate floor by the look of it. Lots of there to look at. So here we've got a little instruction book, which is stapled together. Nice little instructions. And here we have colour callouts, and yes, they've sold their soul to AK. So these are all the colours that are recommended. Do your research, find the right ones. And we have no there is no reference that says, you know, US airbase, UK airbase, period, serial numbers, whatever. There's one there in RAF blue. I'm not so sure about that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because I know that Tamiya released their little oh, what's the truck called? The little Tilly, and there was an option in there to have it RAF blue, and apparently people said they never painted them RAF blue. So let me know what you think of that. I know a lot of people think RAF stuff was blue with a yellow top, but that was post-war, I think, or Cold War. But yeah, colour callouts there, all in AK. We'll have a look at those in a minute. But very impressive box, very nice. Right, so let's have a look at the instructions first. So we have, it's like, I don't know what size paper it is, but it's square, and it's quite nice. On the front here we've got all the English here, we've got Chinese, and that may well be Korean or Japanese or something there, I'm not sure. We've got 3 different languages. So that's all very good. We've got a legend there, which is telling us what to do going through the build. So starting off here, we've got history about it again, which is the same. This is what's printed on the side of the box. And here you got, it says here, you see, the Lend-Lease Act Mill 33 is the lighter variant of the tug with single rear wheels and a drawbar capacity of over 2 tons and a towing capacity of 90 tons. Now, if you kind of split that up, in between there, I think I know where it's got this from, in between there should be a sentence. There is also a 44 and a 50 version that had a capacity of 2 tons and a towing capacity of 90 tons. So I'm not sure. But anyway, never mind, it doesn't matter. We're going to put on the airfield and have it towing a bomb trolley. So we've got an engine here going together. Something I did notice, and I'm seeing it here on the instructions, which is very odd. It's a 6-cylinder engine with 4 spark plugs. I can't see that that's right. It can't be. There's no way, because it's a side valve. So yeah, it should have 6 spark plugs. There's 2 spark plugs missing from there. So we've got a lovely, lovely engine. Got an exhaust manifold, inlet manifold. They're obviously joined together as they always were to preheat the to get the manifold warm, stop it from icing up. And then here we've got the dynamo, or generator, wherever you are in the world. We've got the distributor cap. At least the distributor cap's got 6 caps, unlike that Hobby Boss thing, which has got 5 cylinders in the engine and 5. It's a 5-cylinder, straight 5 in 1942. Yeah, okay. Oil filter there. And then here we've got the transmission going together. We've got the boot going up through the floor by the look of it. Starter motor going on there. And clutch actuation rod there. It's quite highly detailed, and there's lots of PE by the look of it, because I saw lots of PE here in the kit, and I'm seeing there's PE everywhere. So that's very nice. So that bracket for the alternator for the dynamo is going to be PE, and I've got the engine going between the chassis rails. They're going to be, yeah, like, chassis rails are tiny. Look at them. What are they? Let's have a look. They are 77 mil long. So shortest chassis rails you've ever got. You shouldn't have any trouble building that chassis and keeping it square. And then it's telling us here, use the hood, the bonnet, to align the radiator. So you're going to fit that in there nice and square, and then let that dry, and then you're going to use the bonnet to set the radiator nice and square. And they've got leaf springs on the front, which is surprising. I'd have thought they'd have had solid suspension. It looks like we've got the actual swivels are separate, or the uprights are separate, so you can pose it with steered wheels if you like, or if you really want to go to town you can make the steering work, which I may well do, because you know I enjoy that. And then we've got, what's this here? That's some sort of heat shield, I think. And then we've got a photo etch end of the steering box, so it's very nice. And then up here we're going to add some steering linkages. And then here we've got the rear axle going in, again on leaf springs. I'd have thought it would have been solid. We've got the shortest prop shaft in the world going into some reduction gearing. And then here we've got that's going to be the clutch master cylinder, I'm guessing. And then we've got PE. I'm not sure if that's PE going onto another piece of PE, or just this is PE and then that's it. So that's going in there. So you've got a lever going in there. We've got a gear lever there. It looks like the air filter Yeah, the tube going to the intake is coming through the bulkhead, so the air filter is in with the driver. Lovely little PE bracket to fold around there, so that's very nice. We've got decals for the instrument panel, so we've got the interior bulkhead there, which is very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Clark Truck Tractor, Battle Creek, Michigan. So here we're adding the floor underneath the driver and the rear cross member. We've got some pedals going together there. They're going to go in through the floor. Photo etched floor, we saw that, didn't we, with the tread plate on it. So that's there, all very nice. And then we've got the exhaust going together, silencer and 2 halves. Got the towing eye, leave that pin unglued so you can take it out and pose it with something. And then there's a box, I'm guessing that's a fuel tank there, or a toolbox or something. It's going to be probably a fuel tank going in there underneath the seat. And then we've got a single seat over here. Single seat, we've got a steering wheel, steering column, and then we've got some PEs folded up for a bracket for the steering column. And then we're adding the rear wheels, building the wheels up onto the rubber tyres. No doubt the tyres can be put on afterwards. Looks like we've got some lettering on the tyres there as well. We've got a PE, so yes, so that big front bash plate thing, that's PE, and the mounting is a PE. And we've got more supports down there which are PE. And then we've got mud guards here which are PE. There's a guard there going on the inside of the chassis rail, that's PE. Wow, this is all photo etch. Look, photo etch radiator cap. We've got photo etch cap there in the grille. Photo etch lifting eyes and everything for the sides. And they're photo etch themselves. This is all photo etch. This kit was $26.95 from Hannon's. It's like, it's got $26.95 with a photo etch in it. So they've got a sprue call out on the back. So it says here, high-res PDF instructions available to download at there. So you can go and have a look there and download the instructions so you can have a better look than I've shown you. So that's the instructions taken care of. Let's have a look at some plastic. Where's my knife? I'll get this cut open. I am going to build this to sit next to the Havoc. It'll be a quite nice little build. I think it'll be a nice little mojo builder. So definitely needs a wash. On the subject of that, I will put a picture up at some point. In fact, I might even put it in now if I think of it. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, why do people wash their sprues? You don't need to. They don't lose release agent in this day and age. Well, I'm afraid they do. Times change, but I'm afraid, you know, the factor of getting things, reducing friction is never going to change in the plastic moulding world unless we have plastic that shrinks a lot, and then we won't be able to hold tolerances. So they do use mould release, and if I think of it, I'll put a picture in now of a lady on a moulding machine. I took this off a video on YouTube, and there's 8 cans of mould release agent next to her on the table, so they do use it. You have been warned, especially if you're using Vallejo paints and that, you need to get this as degreased as you possibly can. But anyway, so going around here, we've got a couple of chassis rails. We've got our flathead cylinder head with 4 spark plugs rather than 6. There's 2 missing in there. We've got part of the rear axle. We've got our side blocks of the engine, and then we've got our front fenders. Is that front mudguards? No, rear mudguards. That's the rear mudguards. That's the mudguards for the main wheels. We've got our bonnet or hood, sump, bulkhead with instrument panel, radiator there. I'm not exactly sure what these bits here are. Then we've got that. That's the floor underneath the back. There's the seat by the look of it. The little pad. Steering wheel, seat, that's the seat back. And then here we've got the rear bumper, I'm guessing. And then we've got some bits and pieces. There's part of that box that goes under the seat. And we've got the rear axle there. So, sorry, that's not the rear axle, that's the transmission. That's the bell housing there. That's the rear axle there. Air filter, timing cover, silencer, coolant hose by the look of it. And then we've got some greeblies down here. And then we've got leaf springs. Again, they're single moulding and they've got no sinkage in them, so that's nice. Can't see any shrinkage anywhere actually. Inlet manifold, fan belt, pedals, they're nicely detailed. I'll give you a close-up look in a minute. And then we've got that prop shaft is the shortest prop shaft on the planet. We've got our uprights there for our wheels, and then we've got steering box. Looks like water pump, is it? And then we've got the front axle, exhaust manifold, inlet manifold, steering box with columns, steering arms. All very nice indeed. So I'll give you a close-up walk around. You can see there the cylinder, there should be 2 more spark plugs in the middle of there, and there's not. So you can see it's very nicely detailed. We'll look at the back in a minute and see where the ejector pins are. It is very nice, very crisp, very clean, no flash. You know, it's 26 quid. It's not £1,000,000. It's very nicely done. It's nice to see there's no ejector pin marks in the bulkhead, and it's also nice to see not only have they got the gauges on this side, but on this side we've got the backs of the gauges. So it's a, you know, for those of you that want to start getting into super detail, and you can add some lead wire from the back of them going into the engine. Very, very nice indeed. Ejector pin marks under the mud guards there. No ejector pin marks on the inside of the chassis rail. Are you listening, Hobby Boss? We've got no ejector pin marks on the radiator. So that's really cool. I think they ask us to fill that in on the instructions. So that's not an issue. But yes, very, very nice indeed. There's no ejector pin marks on there. Anything that's double-sided where you can see both sides, there are no ejector pin marks. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. So that's our main sprue, and then we've got here, we have, is this one even sealed up? What I'll do is cut the end off. So we've got 2 of these. We'll put one aside. So here we've got our wheels, and they look very nice indeed. And our front wheels there's the outer, there's the inner. So yeah, you've got the bearing cap is on the inner wheel, and that's going to come through the outer wheel, so you're going to get that nice gap around there. So that's going to be lovely. Very realistic. Got the back plate there for the rear wheels, and then we've got the actual wheel itself. You can see the detail on that. That's very nice indeed. And then we've got some inner detail. That's the brake drum, and then the inner rim. So lots of detail there. We've got a headlamp there, a bit of a sink mark in the middle, so a little disc of plastic card cover that up. Or in fact, it's got a clear lens going in, so you probably want to open that up a bit anyway and paint it silver. So yeah, very nice. Over into this bag here, looking at the plastic parts, we've got some clear parts here. This is where me having no nails doesn't do me any favours. So we've got clear lenses here, and they're not very nice at all. That one's all fogged up, but I'm sure they'll polish out lovely. Or we could just use some little chrome replacement lenses from the old little cars ones I've got. Right, tyres. These look unusual. They smell unusual as well. They are extremely soft. They have no lettering on them. The instructions show them as having lettering, but they don't. So obviously there were some licensing issues. But the tread is very nice indeed. You can see the tread on there. They are quite oily, so if you want to paint them, they probably need a good scrub. But they're extremely soft, and they look quite realistic actually. I'd rather they were plastic, but can't stand rubber tyres or vinyl tyres. They need a good clean up as well, and that's unfortunate because it's a nightmare, especially on this soft stuff, to clean it up. But something I have tried in the past that sometimes works is put it in the freezer, makes it go hard, and then you can cut it easier. So yeah, very nice, all soft and everything. So no doubt somebody will come up with resin replacements for them, because they always do. The trouble is they'll probably cost almost as much as the kit. Right, so here we have our photo etch and decals, wherever you are in the world. So they've got these little Ziploc bags. So that's okay. I thought that was going to be stuck on there bad, but it's not. So here we have our little decal sheet. There's no name or maker or anything. It looks like it's been done and then roughly cut out. They're quite thick, and there's a lot of carrier film on there. But just maybe they'll come off with some lighter fluid or something. I'm just going to look through a magnifier. I can't see if, I'm not sure. I was trying to see if the actual print is on top of the carrier film. It looks like it is. So you have to do a test really to remove the carrier film, or just cover it up with plenty of lacquer and plenty of clear, and it will hide it. But so you've got RAF registration there. We've got W 84513 87899. We've got engineering on there, aircraft maintenance. So yeah, different sort of different tasks are defined by the decals. Then we've got some instrument panels there and some placards there as well. So they're very nice. Well, they look okay, but who knows what they'll be like. And then here we've got this fret here, which is ram full, and it's quite large pieces. So we've got, yeah, there was 2 of them, so it was showing us to add the 2 together on this this handbrake lever or whatever it is. So we've got our front mud guards there. We've got the fan for the engine. We've got the engine side covers, which you can see through. There's the support for the steering column. Not quite sure what that piece there is. Is it some kind of cover on the bell housing? I can't remember now. And then we've got, here's the dynamo mount for our engine. So that's all nice. And then here we've got the main, this is the main sort of front, this big plate they can knock into things. So that's good. They can shove things along with that. It's like a big bumper. So that's been made in photo etched brass, and it's quite thick. That's good. So that'd be nice. And then we've got the bottom of the steering box there, and we've got some straps and stuff for the engine side covers. So yeah, they're both covered in the plastic sheet. You can see that floor there with the grill on it, which is very nicely done. I think really painted up, weathered and chipped and everything, this would be a lovely little model. So there we go, guys. That has been, sorry, I haven't looked at the colour callouts, have we? So we've got this one here. Let me move the light so we don't, in fact I'll turn the light off. So it's sort of rolled over in the box. So as I say, they've sold their soul to AK, so you only got AK callouts. They're real colour, so that's okay. US Olive Drab, RCO23, they'll be okay. They're not calling out the plastic bottle AK paints, but yeah. Okay, so that's the US Olive Drabs. That's obviously a US version. And then this one is also US Olive Drab. So this one's the engineering line. And this one here is, I don't know what. I'm guessing this is just going to be general airfield duty. I forgot to mention in the chat, I forgot to mention that they were also used on aircraft carriers. So if you want to do a Navy one, you could as well. They probably use them on Navy bases, like at Midway and everything as well. So in fact, on the Hannant's website, there's one built up, and that's actually a Navy one with a Corsair. So you've also got, remember, you've also got one of these, the little forward one that comes with the Hellcat in the Trumpeter 132nd Hellcat. So you could have this one, the David Brown, and that one all together in an airfield. They look great together. Yeah, so this one is obviously engineering, but there's no more information than that really. They're all depicted with the engine side covers taken off. I would imagine that's how they rolled, because why have the engine side covers on? And they're all showing the engine as like a grey colour. I think they're calling out steel, aren't they? So I don't know if the engine would be painted steel. I have to look into that. So RAF blue grey, they've got the real colour for it there, which is nice. Pure blue, real colour. I'm not sure what the pure blue's for. Pure blue. They're pointing at something down here. There's something on the bulkhead by the look of it. And this one here, don't know, yellow. What's that going to be on aircraft carriers? I'm guessing it would have been yellow. Let me know in the comments below. So there we go. That's that. There's no markings on that at all. It's just painted yellow. It might be civilian, I don't know. But it was used before the war and all the way up to 1963. So there we go. So that has been a review of this little beauty. It's the Thunder Models US Tug Clarktor 6mm33. So a very nice addition, and the fact that it's 32nd scale as well is nice rather than 35. So hopefully, if Thunder Model want to pick up the bayonet and run with this one, it could be quite busy, because what we need, Thunder Model, if you're watching this, we need a 32nd scale Matador fuel tanker 6-wheeler, because we need that for our Lancasters. In 32nd scale, please. Thank you. Right. See you all soon, guys. I forgot to say, this is available. I got this from Hannants, £26.95, so not a million pound. And I've just had a look. They've currently got 7 left on the shelf, so go get yourself one. I'll see you all soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.